what's up you guys? This week's video is going to be about my artist statement and kind of what an artist statement is and how I developed it. An artist statement is kind of a general introduction to either your work in general or a specific project or something. And I looked up an article. It was called 5 Questions Your Artist Statement Should Answer, and it was on Artwork Archive. And it really helped me develop my artist statement. So I'm going to go through all the questions and my answers, and then in the end of this video I will read you guys my final artist statement. So the first question that it should answer is probably, why do you make this type of art? And for me, the reason I make my art is because I just enjoy creating. You know, it makes me happy to introduce unique characters and just play around with different mediums, and just I have a really great time creating. And the next question is, what does your art represent? And honestly, my art represents different things every single time I create. Sometimes I just create for stuff to be pretty, and other times it's just, you know, my deepest thoughts and aspirations. And honestly, I think as a whole, my art just represents my longing and desire to create and be creative and to make things. The next question is, what inspires you? And there's nothing super specific that inspires me, but everything around me, like music, TV shows, YouTube videos, other people's art, just literally everything inspires me, and I usually have an idea for almost anything. Alright, so what is it? I think it's the 4th question now. How do you make it? And this is kind of leaning towards like what mediums you use. I use multiple mediums for my art, and this piece specifically I'm using watercolor and ink. But honestly, I usually stick towards like watercolors or alcohol markers, but I want to try and get into pencils and stuff, so I kind of just use whatever medium I'm into at the moment. And so the 5th question is, what does your art mean to you? And a lot of different pieces mean different things to me, but as a whole, it's kind of like they're my children almost, like they're my babies, because like I spend so long, you know, creating them and perfecting them and making sure that they're good and that I enjoy them, and I always hope that they just turn out well. So it kind of just, it's like a piece of my soul, you know, like I create something and it's a part of me, you know, whether I like it or not, it is a part of me. And so my artist statement is, I'll just read it here because I have it written down. I create to share my thoughts and to enjoy myself. I want to create and put energy into the world that I take in through shows, music, and other art. I create using any medium I like at the moment and put everything I have out until I have something that I like. So it's kind of a basic artist statement, but then again, I don't usually have very super specific meanings for my art. And honestly, I would encourage you guys to develop an artist statement because it kind of just helps clarify your work, and especially if you are wanting to sell your work or have commissions, it's a good idea for buyers to, you know, see what you're all about before they buy stuff. And I guess it's towards the part of the video where I explain the artwork that I'm actually doing. I decided to paint a seaweed mermaid, because she like lives in seaweed and she has a seaweed bra, so, you know, seaweed mermaid. And I just really wanted to try a more honed in color palette, because this color palette for this is mainly like bluey greens and like neutral browns, except for like her hair, but even then it's kind of like a neutral yellow. And I made her blonde just so that her hair would kind of have more contrast, because the rest of her doesn't have a whole lot of contrast. And the seaweed behind her is usually like, it's pretty thickly green, and then her tail is more of a blue hue. So that's kind of how I separated all that. And I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what you want me to do next, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Have a great day. Bye.